Hey guys, welcome to Pen Industry. Hope you are doing good. I am Dr. Aishwarya with you for easy learning and better understanding. Don't forget to subscribe, like and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming videos. On effect of radiation in oral cavity. The first one which we consider here is oral mucosa. The first effect is seen in oral mucosa is it contains basal layer cells. As you know that the skin is having a basal layer cells, so oral mucosa is also having a basal layer of differentiating inner mitotic cells is present here, which are highly radiosensitive. Which are what? Which are highly radiosensitive. This while giving the therapy at the end of second week. At the end of the second week, during the therapy, mucous membrane began to show redness and inflammation. During the therapy, while doing the radiotherapy, the effect on oral mucosa is that the basal layer of differentiating intermitotic cells, here differentiating intermitotic cells takes place in the basal layer, which are highly radiosensitive, and at the second week they show what? They show redness and inflammation. This redness and inflammation is known as mucocystis. Okay. As the therapy continue, as we continue the therapy, the mucous membrane break down. What happens here? The mucous membrane break down with the formation of white and yellow pseudomembrane. White and yellow pseudomembrane occurs during the breakdown. At the end of therapy, mucocystis is severe and painful. During the therapy, again therapy takes place. Because of that, it becomes severe and painful, and it leads to difficulty in talking, eating and swelling. After therapy, healing may be completed here. At the end of the therapy, healing may be completed here after 2 months, but the mucous membrane tends to become thin, atrophic and relatively avascular. The mucous membrane become thin, atrophic and avascular. Secondary infection in oral mucosa also takes place during the due to the radiation. The secondary infection is candidiasis, is very common. Oral ulceration. Ulceration is also seen in the patient, and patient is unable to tolerate the denture. If you are applying a denture in the patient mouth, at that time he or she is not able to tolerate the denture pain. So this was the radiation cause of the oral mucosa. Taste buds. What are the effects of radiation on taste buds? They are sensitive to radiation, which causes degeneration of the taste buds. Taste buds are sensitive to radiation, and this causes, while applying a radiation or while facing the radiation, that these taste buds become degenerated. Loss of taste sensation occur during second and third week of therapy. If you are doing a second and third week, the therapy is going on for the second and third week. At that time, loss of taste sensation occurs. It may be partially or it may occur completely. In posterior two-third, the taste which we feel that is bitter and acidic flavor. So this taste is affected due to radiation, and in anterior one-third, we feel the sweet taste and salty taste. So these flavors which we are getting on our tongue in the second, in the two-third and one-third portion, these are affected. What are the effects on salivary gland? Parenchymal component of gland is sensitive to radiation. Salivary gland is having a parenchymal component of the gland. So these are sensitive to radiations. These show fibrosis, adiposis and loss of fine vascularities. During the radiation or because of the radiation, the fibrosis occur in this component. Adiposis can occur, and loss of the fine vascular system of the salivary gland are lost. Composition of salivary gland is affected, saliva is affected, composition of saliva is affected here. Decrease in the salivary flow. As the gland is affecting, so there will be a decrease in the salivary flow. Increase in sodium chloride, calcium, magnesium ions and proteins. These content will be increased. Lubricating property, the wetting property of the saliva decreases due to the decrease in the saliva flow. The pH of the saliva decreases here, and because of the pH decrease, there will be a occurrence of decalcification of the enamel. As the saliva maintain the pH in the mouth, so due to the decrease in the pH, there will be decalcification of the enamel initiated. Effects of radiation on teeth is, in adult the teeth are resistant to radiation. Radiation caries here involve mainly the cementum and dentine at cervical region. The pigmentation here is dark. That means the dark pigmentation of the crown become dark. Okay. Superficial layer or superficial lesion affects buccal incisor, palate and occlusal surface. The lesion which is occurring here, what it affect the buccal incisor, the palatal and the occlusal surface. During development, there is a complete destruction of the tooth bud. If a baby is exposed to radiation at that time, the tooth bud which is developing inside the baby will going to completely destroy, which results in partial endodontia. Okay, once calcification starts, hypoplastic changes seen. During root development, retardation or loss of root development takes place. After eruption, radiation caries, it is a form of rampant caries. The radiation caused and it causes the rampant caries. It is the secondary to the change in the saliva. Due to the change in the saliva, the radiation changes the salivary gland, that means saliva. Due to this, the caries occur, as I have told you before. So, in teeth, there occurs 3 types: radiation caries, during development and after eruption. I think that you are able to understand my teaching. So, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon for the latest upcoming videos. Now it is bone, which is present inside the bone, is replaced by fatty or fibrous connective tissue. Okay, and the second point is bone become hypocellular, that is vascular level of the bone decreases as well as the cellular level of the bone decreases, and hypomineralization, the minerals present inside the bone decreases. Osteoradionecrosis takes place here. The necrosis occur in the bone because of the radiation. Osteoradionecrosis. Non-healing ulcers occur after tooth extraction. You have done a tooth extraction and the non-healing ulcers occur. So, this occurs due to the bone radiation. Osteoblast and osteoclast activity is also altered here. That means osteoclast and osteoblast is not able to form and resorb the bone properly. Mandible is the most affected, then maxilla. That means mandible, the lower jaw, is more affected than the maxilla. Okay. So this was the radiation of the oral mucosa. Thank you for watching Pen Dentistry. To know more about me, links are in description box. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest videos.